Hi, I'm Brandon Walker, and this is very loud in my headphones. Yeah, loud mic. Loud mic. Hello, I have returned. Hello, Big Ev.
Hello, Brandon.
Pick Central, our daily gambling show. 3 of us checking in today. Hello, Rico Bosco.
How's it going?
Going good. Going good. How's your life?
Good.
Unfolding. Are you making the right decisions?
Been trying to.
Me too, brother.
You missed a lot. People were having questions. When are you gonna do 30 beers at some point, or 24? Can you do 12 beers like on a stream?
Well, it's not really.
Missed out.
It's not really something that I'm going to need to do. It was kind of strategic when they did it because to not include me because I wasn't going to drink anyway.
You
so
don't want to give a guy with an anger problem 12 beers.
I don't think
Coming from a guy with an anger
I don't
problem.
think in this room my anger issues are front and center. I don't know that I would be top 2. Hey, Big Ev.
Hello, Brandon.
How's your life going?
It's been better.
What's wrong?
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Cold.
Not doing very well gambling wise.
No, and honestly, on paper, yes, but I.
Can we talk about the name Hot Ice?
Yeah, it was the first thing you said to me. Like all right. First off, it was the 4th name down the thing.
Well, what were the top 3?
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I like that one better.
Yeah, well, somebody's got a fucking copyright.
They all got nixed. We had like 3. We had 3 or 4 that had nixed.
Call to the bullpen,
Yeah.
a ton of different shit. Hot Ice, he's a Chicago guy. Like a ton of people do know Rookie of the Year. They tweet us the clip. It's gifable.
So Hot Ice is something from Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Rookie of the Year, my least favorite baseball movie I've ever watched.
good as a kid. You can't rewatch it as a
I didn't even like it as a kid.
The logo's good.
I haven't seen the logo. Can
I
we
think
see
the
the Hot
logo-
Ice logo?
Hot
I think
Ice.
the logo's good.
See the Hot Ice logo? I'd like to see
It'd
that.
look good on like a pocket
I
square.
do like the idea of the show. I like the fact that y'all are doing twice weekly.
Yeah,
Twice
Tuesday,
a week.
Thursday.
Twice week. So
Yeah.
it's
It's
you.
basically a compliment to
Yes.
Money shots.
Money Shots. Thank you. Sorry, blanked for a second.
Yeah, we needed a second money shots. So and we'll see that Hot Ice logo shortly. No, I don't think it's a great logo either. I don't
Oh, it's
know.
a phenomenal logo.
Y'all, I'm just saying, with the talent involved, Big Ev, Rico, and Carl could have come up with a better name. But I like the fact that you're doing the show.
It's not about the name.
I think it kind of sometimes is.
I mean, it's about the.
I still
parlay.
regret unnecessary roughness. I just couldn't come up with a good podcast name that week.
It's about the parlay. That's 2-0.
It's
Yeah.
about winning.
Hit parade.
Yeah, if you win, doesn't matter.
Honestly, we could have just called.
You finally got the hit parade thing off.
Yeah,
Tried to
we
get
had to
the
wait
hit
till
parade
baseball
going
season.
last year.
hottest bet in the company,
2-0 plus 4.7 units.
and in perfect fashion, like 12-1. Braves, Padres. Braves are getting waxed. We're watching
Down 12-1, ninth, top of the ninth.
Ozuna just doop, and we had to get to him. He was the 4th guy in it. So at any point, and the leadoff guy hit a homer. So we were still due for a
Albies.
double play. Yeah,
beautiful.
Albies hit a bomb. Lindor got one for me the first night. Garbage. Like it's been perfect.
As a Mets fan, you enjoying the beginning of this year?
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
been.
it'd be great to have DeGrom back. We just have to tread water, and hopefully he's back.
So-
the other thing too is you might miss him for the whole year.
So here's the thing. Oh,
I hate Robinson Cano though.
We made it to. I muted Frank this year on, I believe, April 11th. It was last Monday. I muted him. So we made it that far. We made it about I don't know, 4 days into the season, and that's when I muted.
Yeah,
Frank.
we were saying before, like he just truthfully wouldn't know what to do if they won a World Series.
I don't think he would enjoy it.
No,
I don't think he would enjoy
I
it.
think it's so far along.
I think he would enjoy it. His person would enjoy it, but I don't think his public persona would enjoy it. I don't think he's wired that way.
He'd be like, "There's no way we repeat. No
we can't
chance."
do it. Oh yeah, first time finally win one after 36 years, and then
Weird. It's weird to say too. Sorry, but like that 2015 run ended in horrific fashion.
right.
We had a lead in the 8th inning of every one, right? Blew it. I was at a game, the one that could have turned it around, Halloween
Harvey.
night. I remember Harvey. Harvey wins. Now it's 2-2 or whatever. It changes the whole series. Changes the whole thing. And that run, though, I'll take all that misery for those runs of every night having a game to be excited about, reading the papers, watching the pregame, like being dialed in. Like that was that whole run and that whole season. Like I don't even know if he would enjoy the playoff run. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
No, he wouldn't.
the same with the World Series. Like you enjoy those moments. Like that's what it's all about. Especially for a team who's few and far between playoff runs.
TJ, I would like to actually. Is there? I don't even know if there's a graphic. Maybe I just have the roster. But Barstool versus America has. We know the new roster for that. We know season 2 is coming back around for that. Several other reality-based shows coming very soon, I think. But Barstool versus America was a big hit last year when it was. I think Casey was on it. Keegs, Vibbs, Pat.
I feel like they basically
Spider.
kept half and like dropped in because Marty's still on it, Dana's still on it.
I don't understand why dropping Spider. I like Spider.
Spider's a little hot.
Spider was a.
I want to say something right now. The
Spider was great on that show.
Spider Respector's on.
It
never ended, but I'm just letting the public know the Spider Respector is here. I've been hearing some little inklings of the grapevine of some disrespect, and I'm simply not standing for it.
I'm fully on board with the Spider Respect.
If you
I'm
got
a Spider stan, will always be.
If you got a problem with Spider, you got a problem with me. It's that simple.
So here you go. Here's your graphic. This is the.
How about the little nugget I gave you the other day, Ev, about Spider having respect?
I heard there's inklings of some upstairs people.
Spider's got some.
You want some gossip? I'll do some gossip.
I've heard some inklings of from sources of people upstairs questioning Spider's work ethic. Which
stand for
who the fuck would question?
I wasn't able to get names. I was almost going to go upstairs and start breaking some skulls.
I think we should go up there and with a baseball bat and just start.
I was about to. I was going to go up there solo. So who said it? Who said it?
I'll burn the fucking building to the ground. Spider's work ethic.
Question his work ethic is
that's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard.
You either just showed up yesterday. Which, if that's the case, then you can shut the fuck up.
I think upstairs needs to have a come to Jesus anyway. We need to go upstairs and we need to start swinging some clubs or something. I'm a little bit tired of
honestly,
upstairs.
I get up there and I almost get intimidated because I don't know anybody. It's a little weird.
Fuck upstairs. If you're upstairs right now, fuck you.
Koi. Ev's just dropping my fucking. All right.
What?
I tried to play a little Koi, just like give it a little.
I don't play Koi with Spider.
All right, fair enough.
There'll be no Spider disrespect on my watch.
As well.
Also, Koi isn't really in your bag. You don't have Koi as a tool.
Fair.
Let me say that graphic again. I wanted to shout out the people that are going to be on it. So
Joey and Pat are going to be electric.
Joey's great. Pat's great. KB and Nick will be fantastic. Dana's the king of blowjobs. Marty's very good on these things. By the way, can we just who did no?
Who did what?
Nothing.
Keegs is savage on these shows.
Oh, the Alex Bennett Photoshop there is weird. What's
that it's
why's she cut out like that?
Yeah.
She's like leaned over very awkwardly.
Yeah, so Alex Bennett's a new wild card. I don't know what we're gonna get out of her. Keegs, she's kind of cutthroat on these things.
I would be.
Dana's the king of blowjobs.
If it's the same format in terms of winning money, I'd be shocked if Joey doesn't win this thing.
You better watch Nick because Nick's a lot more of a cutthroat guy than you think he is. Everybody thinks he's just a funny guy, but that motherfucker, he played Survivor perfectly, and the idiots didn't vote.
Well, I agree with you because he got fucked the last time, so I think that could make him even more cutthroat this time. That he was just short of the money but didn't get it.
Yeah, and Kyle's a wrestler.
That's true, but
put Kyle on a bus with other people for 2 weeks.
What I see in Joey is incredibly likable, where I think he'll have a hard time.
He's gay.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
Yeah. He's
incredibly funny and witty while also being I think he'll be aggressive enough to make the moves needed to get it done.
I'm sorry, did you not know that?
I did. I didn't think it was worth.
I know that's a problem on Staten Island, so it's okay. We're in Manhattan right now.
No, you can. Staten Island's got its own problems.
Okay, all right.
We're okay with that.
What's this?
I don't know. I felt like it's like an Olympic thing.
What's this, TJ?
It's covering up all the wires that are normally.
Oh, maybe can you just? Why don't you put the camera on that box? I want everybody to see what it is. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
There's a bunch of wires under there.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Oh, you want to show your shoes off?
What? What are you talking about? Yeah, got new shoes, Big L.
I do like baby blue.
I love baby blue.
It's a great color. That's the kind of realization that UNC just has the best jerseys. Period.
The best.
I did that on national championship night. I was like, these are the best jerseys in sports.
Without question. Even the football ones, they're phenomenal.
Did you think that was fair or foul what I did to Katie?
Oh, I thought you were being a dickhead.
Okay.
I thought you were being a dickhead, but whatever. I mean,
smoothed it over. I apologize. I also, be honest, I told her too. I didn't think it was going to work. I just pulled. That was a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Throw a Hail Mary. Who blows a 15-point lead?
I mean, that national title game's 2 weeks ago, so
okay.
no reason to really talk about it. But
I've been here in 2 weeks.
I just remember thinking this was a really bad, good game. Like it was down the stretch, it was exciting and there was some thrills, but wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't very entertaining. It was kind of a mess.
Well, it's weird because it's true you say that, but then at the end of the day, they literally had a look to tie it at the buzzer.
Yes.
Yeah, but and even that, like
Manic doesn't fall too. I've showed you that angle. Like they ran it perfectly.
No, still in this. Obviously, now we're talking about a game 2 weeks ago, but I still will not get over how the broadcasters acted like nothing happened.
Oh yeah, we stepped out of bounds.
Literally stepped out of bounds. I was like, that's a potentially like that's a game changing.
Be the biggest play of the season
of ever if they end up making a shot to go to OT, like on all time play, and they literally acted like nothing happened, no emotion.
How's Bench Mob doing? Y'all still talking?
Yeah, we're on a little bit of a break.
You know, a little separation.
Yeah, I mean we needed it. It was planned. It's
a little separation.
You can't be breaking down 2022, 2024 scheduling.
Just get away from each other for a little while.
Yeah.
Who do you think needed to break the most?
Everybody.
It was Jake, right? Jake.
Everybody.
I think Marty did. I think Marty might have.
Jake's probably like in the Bahamas right now, just sipping an umbrella.
He's still here. Gives us disappointing looks when he sees us.
I can see that. Yeah, he's good at that too. Got good looks.
You interviewed Mike Leach.
I did. I finally met him. I had been like, it became a thing. Like it went so long that I didn't meet him that it was funnier that I hadn't met him. But when I was there, I was like, hey, can I come by and talk to him? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, can I interview him? And they said, yeah, just bring a camera. So I brought a camera, and I mean, he's just the most normal dude ever. It's like he's not a college football coach, or he's just a dude. And we were just kicking it. After we turned the cameras off, we sat there another hour and just talked.
Didn't he call in one day?
He called into the Yak.
Oh, but that was when I was doing COVID. Like that was Yak COVID.
Yeah,
it wasn't Yak what it is now.
Yeah, maybe, but they were fucking. They wouldn't let me talk to him. They wouldn't let me talk to him.
Yeah.
He did a thing back-to-back days. Big Cat had Lane Kiffin call in, and he killed my mic when I was trying to talk shit.
Got it.
And then he did. I can't remember what we did with Leach. It was. But anyway, Leach was real cool, and I'm gonna try. I've actually been talking to a Big Ten coach and a Big 12 coach. I'm gonna just make this a series. I'm just gonna go sit down with coaches and talk to them. So.
Where'd you get that idea?
It's not really a groundbreaking idea. It's just it is what it is. And I'm doing it one-on-one. I'm not taking the whole crew. I'm not, cause that's not very cost effective.
It's a good idea.
Not very cost effective.
God, dude.
I miss being here. It's good to see you guys. I actually didn't take 2 weeks off. I was always scheduled to go to Mississippi last week, and I was there for a week. The week before that, I had non-COVID. Yeah. I had the most COVID sickness of all time. I was down for a week. I had COVID last year in April, and I had this. This is the exact same thing, and would not test as COVID, no matter what. It would not. I tested it at home twice, and I was like, well, the test might be broken. I went to the City MD, tested there. Went to a real doctor, tested there. Nothing, no COVID. But it was the most non-COVID COVID, and my whole family's had it the last 2 weeks. It's been awful.
Crazy.
It's been awful. Probably the flu. I don't know. But they wouldn't even tell me it was the flu. They just said it's something. Is that what we're entering now in life? Is just we don't know what we have. We just have something? Can y'all help me figure out baseball betting?
Trying.
I'm terrible at it. I have no idea the entry point. My line movement thing that works so well in the NBA does not work in baseball at all. You cannot follow any. You can't follow any trends. You can't follow any lines. You can't follow any movement. Like today, I noticed the movement was on the late over on the Red Sox game. And I don't know what the score is. It was 2-0 in the second.
It's 4-0.
It's 4-0. So that actually might not be a bad bet. But like 80% of the public was on the under, but only 55% of the money was on the under. So there was a lot of smart money on the over. But I was scared to follow it. I had it on my app. I was going to put $100 on it, but I couldn't do it. I'm just a pussy. I'm scared of baseball.
Baseball betting. I mean, just going from like spread betting to money line betting it's just a different game. It's a totally different animal.
It's a different mindset. It's a different game. It's a different everything. It's a different grind. It's a much different grind. I'm just not into it yet. And I'm still riding my NBA high. I went 4-0 last week on the NBA day. I went 4-0 again. I went 3-0. Like, I've been having a great NBA playoffs. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs, actually. Do we have no ads, TJ?
Correct.
I'm gone 2 weeks and all the ads disappear.
Took them with you.
I lost Sam when I was in Mississippi on Monday. Sam took the dog, and that threw me in. I was riding around in my car for 8 hours looking for that dog at night. Found him at 7 a.m. in a Dollar Tree parking lot.
You lost your dog? That was
a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it run away though? Like it's just
It wasn't used to being there. It was I took it to my mom's house. I dropped it off.
Gotcha.
And then I went he was doing fine for hours, and then I went to lunch, came back, and he had just got out the door and left, peaced out. And I found him a mile and a half from that house. And reports were that he was up to 2 miles away from the house. I ended up finding him later. But NBA playoffs, best game so far, and the best series. A series I think it could go 7. I also think it could go either way. Celtics beat the Nets 115-114 on a layup by Jason Tatum. It's a playoffs that I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't have a sense of how much is gripping the sports world. But the NBA is very exciting right now.
A lot of parity.
It's a lot of parity, and it's a lot of young legs, a lot of young, exciting talent. And Tatum's still very young. Tatum and Brown are both still young, but Tatum is now – he just stared down Durant yesterday. They hit the layup. Celtics-Nets is an incredible first-round series, and that was an awesome game. You see Dave stirring with his T-shirts and his Kyrie hate and everything.
Fans are into it. Kyrie's into it.
I like – that we have Kyrie playing the villain.
Exactly what I said in the Snapchat.
Not enough villains.
You need hatred in sports. Like, you need
right.
that. It sucks it's a first-round series. Oh, yeah. I guess, it's good that whatever. You'll take the series, whatever, but I would like to see a little bit more on the line, if that makes sense.
I liked what he said after the game.
What did he say?
Like, just about him saying he was like, I don't care. Like, he kind of was like, I don't mind they talk shit. That's what sports do. He was like, I'm just going to give it back to him.
Yeah, I like
He's
that.
entitled
I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't think because – like the Boston fans were trying to make it him whining. He didn't whine at all. He was like, listen, he even went out of his way. He was like, it's not all Boston fans. He was like, but if the one standing right behind me calls me a pussy, I'm going to turn around and say you're a pussy back to him. Like I'm going to look at like that fan specifically in his eyes.
His timeline of events is a little different to think that they just kind of got him, hated him, and ran him out the door. He definitely did some things.
Well, he marches to the beat of his own drummer.
Without a doubt.
But it's crazy to like see him now, like even watching that game, like obviously he's played great like basically since he's been back like full time and really just the season, but I think he didn't play for so long and had the antics, like the weird antics that I think you really forgot how fucking good this guy is. They could not guard. They had nothing for him yesterday. The shot making, the way he was getting to the basket with ease, he's too quick. They have nobody that can guard him.
He is a phenomenal basketball player.
He was the best player on the court yesterday, in my opinion.
And from the vaccine stuff to the flat earth stuff to all the stuff he does he does distract you from his excellence.
What do you do? The whatever it's called, the sage.
Everything he does is a little bit weird, a little bit wacky, a little bit out there, and then gets on the court and the ball in his hands. He's the best ball handler in the league, and he can also score. And he's fantastic. Now, I think if you're betting for game-to-game sake, whatever, you figure that out. But I think if you're betting series, if you're betting futures, I think there could be some value on the Nets right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Nets right now. The net. Well, I don't know what they were.
Yeah,
they were plus 110 before the series started.
To do what? To win the series?
Yes.
I'm saying
they got to be now plus 180, 200.
I'm saying
1-0.
I don't know if you would put that
170.
I'd be surprised if it's that high.
25?
Here's why. Like,
look,
Celtics pulled it out, 1-point win. They deserved the win, blew the lead. Celtics probably the right side, but Durant played like shit.
Yeah.
And the Celtics beat you by 1 at home. I don't think it flips that much, Ev. I'll be honest. I think that's a misprice.
I'm going to guess 170. That's going to be my 170.
I also think I think this is a 7-game series. I think this series is going to be back and forth.
Which is also why I don't think they would put a price out there that high at 1-0 if they think it's going to go 7, because guys could still just keep getting. What is it?
I'm not talking about the series price. You guys keep talking about the series price. I'm talking about right now. You can get net 600 to win the East. Plus 600 to win the East. You have tremendous talent. They're down 1-0. If they were to get through Boston, they would go right
190.
in.
What?
190.
If they were to get through Boston, they would go right into they go right into the Bucks, which would be tough again. But if they were to somehow, talent-wise, they're right there with both those teams. And if they were to survive the first 2 rounds, they would have so much. They would be the favorite to win the title.
Yeah, probably.
I think they would become the favorite to win the title.
Yeah, I think so.
I know
the Suns look really good. The Warriors look good. But
it's a tall ask.
agree.
It's a very tall task to beat both the Celtics and then the Bucks. But I think this would be the best number you're going to get if you believe that Kyrie and if you believe that KD could carry a team. Now they have the distraction of James Harden is elsewhere, and it's just them two. We know what they are. I think it's worth looking at. That's all.
So they've been talking briefly about like the potential of Ben Simmons coming back. There's like part of me like I feel like I wouldn't. Am I crazy for almost saying I like might not want him back?
I feel the same way
Right
about
now?
that as
Like
I feel.
long term, I'd want to play him, but I'm saying not like
I feel the same way about him.
toss him in
as
for
I
his
feel
debut in the series.
About Zion. Zion, they're saying he's doing these 360 dunks, and they're saying could he be back for the playoffs? The Pelicans have made this run without him.
yeah.
The Pelicans are who they are. Their team is what they are right now. I don't think adding him. The secret about basketball is it's not about basketball. It's about continuity. It's about how they fit together. It's how the pieces work. It's how they share the basketball. It's all that. And I don't think in the pressure of the playoffs, you're not going to build relationships. You're not going to build a team. You're not going to do that in the pressure of the playoffs. You're going to get your ass kicked, and it'll make the Nets Simmons situation worse if you throw them in there and all of a sudden they lose 3 games in a row. They're out of the playoffs.
I agree. I think Simmons' situation, like it's different than if it was like a Durant, like say he'd been out for like 2 months with an injury or
Yeah, he's
something.
coming back.
That's different. Like a guy who's never
That's a
played with
proven
him.
guy. Simmons in Brooklyn is not proven at all. You have no idea what it
Like
might
the
be.
last time we saw this guy in a court, he was afraid to shoot a layup.
Terrified.
Now, also, like, he does bring things to the table, right?
Brings defense and
Sure.
Okay, but on the
all movement, everything.
Fair enough. But on the flip side, no matter what, it is less touches and shots for Durant. It's not a direct relation, but it might take Durant from 28 to 25. Like, anytime you're taking less shots away from Durant, I don't think that's a good strategy move as well.
Well, also, this
know,
is
like-
this is not a
I
situation.
want to live and die with Durant. He's born to score. I know he had a tough game. Whatever. I got you. I think there's more negatives to bringing Simmons in.
This is not a situation for the mentally weak. They're down 1-0 against Boston, and this is basically it could be like an Eastern Conference Finals series. Now it's in the first round, but it's going to be a war. It's going to be a mental war. It's going to be a war of attrition, and I'm not sure I'm throwing Ben Simmons into that mix. I'm not sure that he's shown me the toughness that I got to say, oh, you know what? I got to get him off the bench and get him on the floor because I put him on the floor. That might change the whole series.
Literally, all he's done in his career is show you the opposite.
Right, shown
He's mentally weak and that he's fragile and he can't handle it.
a November game against the against the Grizzlies.
Yep.
Sure, he might be
Okay,
your
he
guy.
give you 30 and 10.
But you give me fucking a playoff atmosphere against Boston, I'm not sure I'm trusting that at all. Which brings me to the Sixers too. The Sixers, they won the other day.
Blowout, too.
Are
Shout out Mark in Philly. Guy called in about the over on fucking Wednesday.
they a team that could the switch be flipped for them now? Because they are on what I would call I think it's the easier side of the bracket. I mean, the one side of the bracket has the Celtics, the Bucks, and the Nets. The other side has the Hawks, the Heat, the Raptors, and the Sixers. So I don't know. Is this now a chance for us to see them figure it out in real time?
Potentially, because I agree with you, the being on kind of like the easier side. Because I think the winner, I would much rather play the winner of the Hawks Heat than the Bucks or the winner of the Nets
Right,
Celtics.
yeah.
100%. Any of those teams. So, I mean, the path for them is pretty cool. They got a really good shot to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I just don't, maybe if they like you said, maybe if they do figure out in real time, I just don't really trust them versus a team like the Bucks or the Nets or the Celtics. I think all 3 of those teams I would take over them, personally.
Now, talking more futures, it's not great value, but I think it's going to hit. I think the Suns are about to win the NBA championship.
Really?
Yeah, I think the
Sure.
Suns. I think the Suns are far and away the best team. Chris Paul played to a level last night that's absurd.
Oh, the second half, the way he was scoring was unbelievable.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And if he's going to do that, and they can win without him on the floor. I mean, they're very good. They got such great chemistry. They got such great pieces. They're just very, very good. And you put him at playing at a level like that, and they lost last year the finals, Game 7. They got that hunger, right? They got that thirst. They got that pissed offness to them. I think the Suns are about to roll through this thing and win the playoffs. You can only get them they're minus 139 to win the West.
That's crazy.
And they're plus 200 to win the whole thing, which sucks. But
see, like
a winning bet's a winning bet.
I think the Warriors are gonna give them more for their money. I talked about it a few weeks ago how I like the Warriors. I was not like this is the first time I think, or one of the first time this season, the core three is all playing together at the same time. And I know it's just one game, and they're the 2-3 seed.
Yeah.
But I mean, they looked really good. I'll never bet against the idea of that trio together. Like that trio together, I think in a given series could beat anybody.
I don't know.
Talking Thompson, Durant,
and Green, like they're all like.
I heard they only played
Durant,
11. I'm sorry, Curry. I heard they
Jordan
played,
Poole and these guys. Like,
I heard they played 11 minutes together all season.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Is that accurate?
Yeah, they didn't play much.
This is the first time. But they played so much together. Like in their last 6-7.
He was hurt the first 2 months. Draymond spent a lot.
Yeah.
Curry's been hurt the last month.
I'm saying if they catch rhythm, like they go sweep right now, and like they're like I think them in the Western Conference Finals, like they're dangerous versus Suns.
Well, of course they're dangerous. I don't know, man. Phoenix gets after you defensively. They move the ball like the Spurs in 2015. Like they're just good all over the court. And then if it bogs down, you've got Booker who can go for 40 a night. Like it's just I don't know. I think Phoenix is really, really, really fucking good.
I think getting there helps too.
Yeah, I absolutely
last
think
year,
it
knowing what it takes. Like,
yeah,
I agree
they
with
lost in Game 7 on the road to Milwaukee, to a team that also very good, and which they might be a forgotten team. They're the 3 seed, and they're still going to be a tough out for somebody. I don't know, man. This NBA playoffs, I've really enjoyed this NBA season as a whole. I think there's so much story here, so much storyline. It doesn't feel like it's as nationally dominating the psyche as it did when LeBron was at his peak or the Warriors were at their peak, but it's basketball quality-wise, it's really fucking good.
Ready for something crazy?
Yeah.
USFL did better than the NBA playoffs.
See, that's
I think head-to-head, too, Sunday I heard. Was USFL – no.
Is that really true?
Snapchat guy said the numbers on USFL did better from what they said. It was
Well, I
a
guess
throwaway
it
line. I
goes
didn't research
to-
it, I'll be honest, but like –
Well, so Boston Nets was on ABC.
yeah.
The other ones were on TNT and
So
TBS.
Fair. What I'm saying is
Yeah,
the ABC compared to whatever USFL game.
I'd be shocked for them to beat Celtics Nets.
Did y'all watch the USFL?
I would tune in here and there. I wouldn't say
No, I
I'd
didn't.
watch.
They don't have enough guys. Like, you see some of these colleges these guys went to? They're deep.
I mean, it's the same thing every
I'm
time.
all for the off-the-grid guy, but these guys are
I did a take on for the Snapchat show earlier, like this morning. I mean, the quarterback play is just bad,
Yeah.
so bad.
The New Jersey team quarterback went to Texas A&M Commerce.
Yeah, I saw that. There's another one. Like, it's insane. Brady White is one of the only names I recognize.
Paxton Lynch
Yeah, I recognize him, obviously.
throwing pick sixes in the fucking
Crazy.
USFL.
Shea Patterson,
Yep, he was awful. He was bad too
Where's my boy Brandon Doughty? Why is he not getting along?
Clayton Thorson.
in Northwestern.
Dude, they got some bad names, man. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I didn't even watch it a little bit, and then we got the XFL coming soon too,
I think
right?
that's next year, I think.
Which
Which I heard that was
why
part
do
of
they
it.
keep trying?
I set the over under for the at 3/4 of the season.
XFL's got that Rock money behind it, though. I feel like the Rock's gonna make
Is
it go over.
Vince McMahon? He is back involved a little bit, right?
I don't know. I don't think he is.
Not at all.
Is he? I don't know, but I know the Rock is
I knew Rock was
pretty much the Rock.
a big part of it. Because I think that was part of it too, where I think they've already locked up some players for that. That was hindering this league because they got some of the guys.
It always just amuses because it's always the same cities. It's always like Birmingham.
For this one they use some of the same at USFL. Like they have the Houston Gamblers.
When do NFL camps open? Beginning of June?
Yeah, like
July?
rookie.
No, July.
and-
end of
r- r-
July.
Okay,
Rookie
I'm just trying to
minicamp?
do the timeline. Do you see the NFL trying to embrace it? I don't want to embrace it because obviously it's competitors. But, like, if they had the NFL, or they convinced the NFL to be like, hey, use this for where if you're going to invite guys to camp, you can see them in live action before.
No, I think
No,
there's-
like,
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of AAF guys that got like NFL
yeah, I know.
contracts.
Like,
after.
but you can take a look at these guys in game action.
yeah, no, I think the NFL benefits. Who's that? She
No
famous?
idea.
Let's try to figure this out.
This is the ratings from 8 o'clock.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. She's got to be famous. She's on
Yeah.
PBS.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know who it is.
TJ, who's that?
I don't know. These are the ratings from the 8 o'clock hour.
I need you to. We've moved on from that. I need you.
8 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Whose lines anyway is
Basketball
funny.
did better.
Yeah, that's 8. That's 8 o'clock. Give me the day.
I think the Snapchat
Really
guy
good.
might have lied to you.
So basketball did better at night.
I think they said it peaked at the USFL peaked at like 3.5 million viewers. Which
What's
is
what
a
I
lot
lied
for-
to you on the CW?
I don't know, it sounds horrible if it only
Whose
got
line is it anyway?
100,000 viewers.
That's the what's the guy?
Well,
Wayne Brady.
that's the improv show.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal show. I don't like this version of it.
I didn't know that was still on.
It's different. Aisha Tyler, I think, is the
I knew it was
host.
a thing like a long
Drew
time.
Carey's not on there anymore.
What show randomly in the 90s did Aisha Tyler used to host? Maybe the early 2000s. You're going to know it. It's an all-time flip the channel show.
What was it?
Hook Soup.
Yeah, Talk Soup. Everybody hosted Talk Soup at some point. Joel McHale hosted Talk Soup. Yeah. She hosted Talk Soup,
99% positive.
but you're not 100%.
No.
Where's everybody? I've been gone 2 weeks, so I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, Marty is Marty gonna be back?
I don't know. I know I think he's traveling. I don't know what's going on.
I'm mad at
Got
Mets.
some shit going on tomorrow.
I'm mad at
Um,
Mets.
You got money this month?
Money with what?
Bonus money? At the top. It's a 2-man race. 1 man, 1 woman race.
Who's
Me and Megan.
well, it's still early.
All right, fair. Without a
Sure.
doubt. I get it.
I barely been in the mix. Yeah.
Got the money or what?
No, we don't have it.
You fuck.
Oh, by the way, I don't think that's a 2-man race at all. I think it looks like a 2-man race, but Big F's absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like even.
Okay, yeah.
He's in it.
All right.
I would say it's a 3-man.
As of
race.
now.
I would say it's a 3-man race.
That's like one good day, one bad day. I'm in the lead.
39 and 59.
Oof.
Jeez and
Look at
rice.
Smitty's.
32 and 59. Jeez.
Only down 11 units. 27 games. He had one day that he hit big on a few something. He must.
Mine's a little. I mean, I'm holding that Kansas future, which is helping.
Oh yeah, so you're negative.
Wait, the Kansas future is propping you here. It's 18. Was it 18?
Fair, but it also doesn't show that.
No. You've been terrible.
I had a play of the tournament, Kansas versus Villanova. Like, no, again, I've told you, I don't win these competitions when you go on.
You also
runs.
took like.
What did I go? I went
took
6
like
and
4
2 in Hammond.
futures. You took like 4 futures.
In the beginning of the year, I gave out 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, one of them hit, which is a positive, and the only other I added for a fact was Colorado State.
To do what?
Win the national title. I love David Roddy. Roddy Piper.
You loved him that much?
I did. They got a 6. Like they were a top 25
They
seed.
were never going to win the national title.
Mountain West.
Get there and start
I'm talking
hedging.
about the Mountain West ain't winning nothing.
They were never
I've
going to win
learned
the
that.
national
They're
title.
on the
I love the Mountain West, but basketball they fucking
They
stink.
get there and start hedging, man. That's all I was looking at.
All right. You didn't even get to hedge.
I know. I don't know. Whatever. I
What
bet
did they lose
Michigan,
to? They lost first round, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they lost to
Oh
Michigan.
no, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet Colorado State again. I think that day, sadly. But then, yeah, whatever. Turn to profit.
How plugged into the NFL draft are you guys?
Actually, lately I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos.
Have you?
Like there's a few guys who I like. They just like they're almost like wannabe Daniel Jeremiah guys, but some of them make some good content.
What was that?
I don't know. Somebody every week I see this new. I have no idea who they
I
are.
don't like his look. He looks like he's a mixture of like 6 people. He's got some Dana to him.
I'm
For
just all in on Kenny.
For like a half second, I thought he was Goochman, but he's not.
all in on Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Hope Kenny goes.
Oh,
to
he's
a fucking,
yeah.
Hope Kenny goes to a good place where he can
Who is that?
succeed.
Who's that person?
There's, I mean, how many? We have so many people here who it's like, who the fuck are they?
Hey! Oh, you just gonna keep walking?
You don't. You don't. Give a
Unfazed.
fuck.
The windows are tinted now, Brandon. They can't see you.
They can't hear?
Oh,
Well, they choose not to
Doors
listen to
cracked.
you.
How are we gonna stop people if the windows are tinted?
You're preaching to the
you
choir.
can see in a little bit when you're close. You can see.
I don't understand why we tinted the windows.
So the lighting looks better. Is
I
what
agree.
was
It
told.
does look better. It does.
Thanks.
It does look a little better. That makes sense. But it's 2 fat guys
Yeah.
and a fake Italian. Did we need good? Did we need good lighting for these idiots?
such a dick.
Uh,
Maybe you could do your one-on-one interviews in here. You have some nice lighting.
yeah.
Nobody could spy on you. Open the door, ask a question.
Are you mad that I'm now doing coach interviews
Dude,
too?
you- I
you
got
think
two,
that's a?
I got 2 weeks of bullets.
You think that's a?
I've barely started.
All right.
I'm still like, these are warning. Like, these are shots while I'm.
These are rubber bullets.
Cleaning it,
These are
yeah.
rubber bullets. These aren't even real.
Relax.
These are live rounds.
Take it easy.
Giants are going to dominate the draft.
You think so? You still got 3 picks, right?
No, 5-7.
5-7. What happened to your third?
We never had one.
I thought you had 3. Is that the Eagles?
The Eagles had 3. They traded, though.
Yeah.
With the Saints.
It's next Thursday night?
Did they go ahead and do that? They did trade?
Yeah. So the Saints
Something
have
with the Saints.
Saints have 2. Eagles have 2. They have Eagles.
The
have
Saints are up at 5 now?
No. We have 5. Giants have 5.
Jets have 2.
Jets also have 2. Jets have 4 and 10.
Yeah, that's right. I saw today Kuiper, he's got Aiden Hutchinson going 1. I still think that's an underwhelming number 1 pick. I think he's going to be a good pro. I don't see a great pro there, but is there a great pro behind him? And maybe I'm wrong. I could be very, very wrong. Could be very off. I mean, he just had the one great year.
They got pick it.
So I was seeing one saying, like, now they're trying to get the hype train going, like that I saw some quote that he's more athletic than both the Boses. I don't know if
when did we start that rumor?
I
don't understand
I just saw
that.
it pop up like this week, maybe because he ran a faster 40. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he's a good player. He's a
Very good. He's very good. It's
Yeah.
not for me. I think I've said it a few times. It's just like I just don't think he's in that upper end. Like he's not like Myles Garrett, which Myles Garrett's aren't just walking around all over the place. But I just think when you go first round edge rusher, you're looking at that like this freak, like immediate game changer. Which maybe he is an immediate game changer, but I don't know.
And Jags have number 1 pick, so he goes there. You got Josh Allen on the other side.
It is a nice.
And he benefited. Well, I don't know how much he benefited or how much the other guy, but Ojabo at
yeah.
Michigan, they benefited from each other being there. So maybe he has the same thing. The number 2 pick, Mel Kiper has Sauce Gardner from Cincy all the way up at number 2 today.
I want the Giants to get him desperately.
I love him.
I think he's.
What a move!
I think he's the guy that you look in 10 years and you're like, why didn't he go 1? I think he's that good. Like I just think he's like a no-brainer.
I think that about him and Kyle Hamilton. Now Kyle Hamilton's a safety, so there's a reason not to go 1. But I think Kyle Hamilton, pound for pound, is the best player in the draft.
I think it's Sauce. In my opinion, I think it's Sauce Gardner. I think he just comes in and is like a very good corner right away and stays that way for a long time, with like a potential to being like elite corner in the league.
They got Corral going to the Eagles on one of these at 19.
Kuiper has Trayvon Walker from Georgia, who has just flown up boards because he's a combine guy.
Yep.
So he's now past
I've even seen
Kayvon
some
Thibodeau.
plays of him maybe going 1.
He's an athletic freak, and I think he only had the one good year at Georgia. I think he's another guy. I think he only started 1 year, which Georgia was loaded defensively.
when you
him
look
at
at
3, in this one they got the old lineman from NC State going.
that's who I want.
Yeah.
Kind of all over
my
the board.
Giants like perfect draft would be like Ekwonu, Sauce Gardner. If somehow he fell to 7, which I think has a chance a little bit.
This
I
one
mean,
had the Giants
yeah.
taking Neal from Alabama.
I want like Neal or Ekwonu, and I want Thibodeau or Sauce. If I had a combo
What
of
if
one
they
of the
both
linemen
fell?
and one of those,
You want us to take both?
I want a lineman
I mean, I
and I
don't
want a
think they-
defensive. We need a lineman. I want a tackle. I want
You
defensive.
want to split it? You don't want to go 2 linemen?
Yeah. I mean, if it ended out where we got Thibodeau and Sauce Gardner, I would be.
Yeah.
How could I not be happy with that?
I just
We have holes everywhere. The Giants have holes everywhere.
Without a
Kuiper
doubt.
having Sauce Gardner at 2 today. I mean, that just tells me that there's a lot of momentum behind Sauce Gardner. I mean, he's not just going to put that
I've
out
seen
there.
some like quotes and stuff by him too. Like he's also I was reading some more on him. Like he's never drank, he never smoked. He's all ball. Like he's just like an all ball.
And his name is Sauce.
A guy that's named Sauce that's never drank or smoked. That guy is like he's football.
We'll move some,
all football.
We can move some Sauce merch.
Oh,
You can move some Sauce.
I want him so bad. I just think he comes in and helps your defense immediately.
Kayvon Thibodeau, you could move some merch on that too. Man. I just, by the way, the Barstool NFL draft show rides again. Me as the host, Roan as the facts guy, and Stephen Che as the junior draft analyst. That rides again next Thursday. They're building us a set. We're in person this year.
I'm very excited to see how you prank him, even though he knows you're going to prank him and he will still.
He knew last year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm excited to see how you guys pull it off.
And
again.
don't say you. I would love to be able to claim any credit for that. That is a Big Cat special every single year. And I don't know how Big Cat's going to top himself. I don't know how Big Cat's going to do it this year, knowing Stephen Che knows.
What about just sliming him live on camera?
Or just slapping
Maybe
the
we
shit
don't.
out of him.
It's just a bucket of slime
Just assault him.
right on his head.
Just maybe an 8th pick. Hey, just lean over there
No
and
more of this
slap the piss out of him.
off. Just whoop slime. Like he says, what was that show?
That was
Can't
you
do
can't
this
do
on
that.
television?
You can't do that on television. Yeah.
Slime right on his head.
You old enough, or you can't do that on television?
It was an on in the background as a kid, but I don't
Yeah.
remember it.
Alanis Morissette was on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big throwback. Double Dare. Of course, they brought Double Dare back 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it never worked.
Never did work.
Mark Summers is an all-time. He should just have a game show network himself.
I do wish.
People on the street bring him in.
I don't want to spend Dave's money, but I would like for Dave to buy Double Dare. I would like for Double Dare to be a Barstool property. I would like to have the chocolate slide in the lobby.
The nose.
The
The
nose.
nose where
was
he's
hard.
picking the flag. Yeah, I want the ball pit. I want
Pizza.
Yes, I want all of it.
Flag in the
I
pizza.
want all of the ice cream sundae.
There's a good documentary you should watch on Nickelodeon. Like on the coming of age of Nickelodeon.
Really? Yeah.
Talk about you can't do that on television. Like how kids were being told like do the safe stuff, and they always kind of got out of the box. I think it's on Hulu.
Now Nickelodeon's all just teen shows that all just every week they prop up a crossover event. They have 7 or 8 teen shows, and they'll all do the same. It's just weird. I don't know. My kids, it sucks. Whatever. Baseball today. Somebody tell me what to bet. I do not have any baseball on my card, but I'm willing to put baseball on my card. I'm looking at the lines here. Okay, the White Sox are at the Guardians, and I said the Guardians. The White Sox are at the Guardians. The White Sox are 6-3. The Guardians are 4-5. Line is screaming towards the Guardians. Should I bet the Guardians?
See it's weird. Like when I've come to notice the last couple of years in baseball, I think the
Righty or lefty?
line screaming.
Lefty. It's
It's Shane Bieber. It's Bieber versus who's pitching for the White Sox?
it was Keuchel. Who is
I know it's Bieber's pitching for the Guardians. Baseball, I think you can't look at it with that like cynical like they know something that we don't. Baseball, I think it doesn't matter. Baseball, I don't think there's as much.
I would like to win
extreme
money in
and
baseball. Somebody DM me winning picks every morning,
Cubs.
please. Somebody DM me winners every morning. That's all I want.
Cubs win today as dogs at home.
The Cubs are at home and they're playing the Rays.
Yes,
Why?
He loves the Cubs.
I love the Cubs.
Cubs have
this
been
year.
pretty good. They got a great lineup.
I think that they're coming into this season their most underrated team, or one of them at least in the league.
Yeah, but they're not good. Are they good?
I'll give you a dog
You know,
today.
it's supposed to be good. I think they're going to be better than people think.
I'll give you a dog today. I like the Rockies. At home, remember I tried to figure out the Phillies? Phillies are fucking hapless.
By the way, the White
Give me
Sox,
the Rockies. I'm also on the D-backs as a dog.
White Sox and Guardians, the one we just talked about in detail.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering why I wasn't on the sports book.
Yeah, like the Cubs. Like their Hendricks is on mound. They're ace. They're plus 125 at home.
I kind of like the
I'll take the D-backs too. Nationals. The D-backs are horrific. It's one of the worst lines.
I also took the
But
Braves
the
at a principal.
Nationals aren't good either.
I kind of like the Pirates. They're plus 150 at the Brewers. Brewers can't score. And then
plus signs out there right now.
and then so the Braves are at the Dodgers.
I took their
Yeah,
plus
it's a
just because they're
4-game.
plus
Last
one,
2 World Series champs.
plus 175. I just think they're too good of a team to be like that.
I think the
big of a
Dodgers
underdog.
are about to bury them. I think the Braves, to me, they're so right now, and I think the Dodgers. Dodgers are off to a 7-2 start. You got Kershaw, his first start since the perfect thing a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago. So I think the Dodgers are going to kill him. But I also have a little. Do you ever do this? Do you ever focus on a game, either watch it or listen to it, and that colors your thought process for far too long? I was driving back last night. I got back at 5 a.m. Still made it here at 9 a.m. I'm a soldier. I listened to the Padres Braves last night.
Okay.
I listened to the Padres Braves, and I just heard the Braves struggle, and now I think they're gonna be a 70-win team.
It wasn't the Padres yesterday. Nah, the Braves are good. It's a good lineup.
I need to talk to Padres fans.
All over the Padres last night.
I
I
need to
like them, yeah.
I need to talk to Padres fans because I went through the biggest mindfuck of my life yesterday. First of all, I was very tired. I've been sick for a couple of weeks, and I was driving for 16 hours, so I was not in my right mind. But I'm driving, and I'm listening to the Padres game. I know it's coming on at 7 Eastern. I can't wait to just listen to a game. What a great way to just take 3 hours of a trip. So I turn the Padres game on, and Tony Gwynn's just talking. Tony Gwynn's dead. Tony Gwynn's been dead, right?
Yeah.
Tony Gwynn's dead.
Where are you going with the story?
Tony Gwynn was just doing the color commentary for the Padres. and it sounded like Tony Gwynn. It felt like Tony Gwynn.
It was his son?
It was Tony Gwynn. And I never heard the guy say his name, but it was Tony Gwynn's ass talking. So maybe it's his son.
I think it was his son.
Does Tony Gwynn Jr. do the radio for the Padres?
Pretty sure.
Because he sounds just like him.
No, because on the ESPN broadcast yesterday, they showed him like in a booth. Like,
Got it.
so I'm pretty sure he does. He must do the
And then
call.
And then there were commercials. It was the Padres radio network, so I heard commercials of Gwynny's Steakhouse or whatever, and I think that was Tony Gwynn talking. I think it just had old audio. I just spent 12 hours last night wondering how Tony Gwynn was alive and convincing myself that Tony Gwynn is in fact alive. Jesse Agler, which Jesse Agler was fine. Okay, well, neither of those two people are Tony Gwynn. I can tell you that from experience. That's the pictured is not Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, that's fine. They fucked it up, or they used his picture
says
with
right
somebody
there.
else. That's fine.
I understand what it says, but look at the picture. That's two non-Tony Gwynn guys.
That's because he's in it. Like whatever. Yeah, you can't.
Oh,
We figured it out.
what if it's Tony Gwynn's dead voice?
Oh, it's Tony Gwynn Jr.
It's a seed.
I have a question for you. If you got really tired, I'm not, condoning it.
Look how much he looks like him.
That's crazy.
By the way, outside of Kobe, Tony Gwynn is the weirdest dead guy. There's no reason Tony Gwynn should be dead.
Well,
He should be talking hitting until he's 90.
fair.
All right.
How far would you be confident how far could Tommy make it that you'd be confident?
In what?
Driving a car. 10 feet,
I
10
don't-
yards, 100 yards. You think you can make it like
I think Tommy could drive a car 100 yards and then
No
I'd start to-
problems?
Strictly straight any turns?
No,
or-
I think it'd be start and stop. I wouldn't be confident in it, but I think he could physically do it.
what about highway?
Oh, that's a non-starter right now. But
Okay.
when do you
Probably
guys
smokes
up
can't even
here?
drive on the highway.
Up here, when do you guys learn how to drive? 'Cause I learned to drive when I was about 12 to 13. And I was driving around on my country road when I was 12 or
Golf
13.
carts, they let you drive a little bit. Your dad lets you drive maybe a little
Yeah.
bit.
Can't get your permit till you're 16.
16, yeah.
And when I so it,
No,
it
no, I'm
I
not
didn't get
asking when you
behind the
get your
wheel till
permit.
I-
I'm asking when you learn to drive.
15,
Six-
16.
like 16.
Really, you don't learn until you get.
Nah.
I knew how to drive when I was 13. I knew how to drive a car when I was 13.
I do think you should let kids if you have the ability to go into a parking lot
Yeah.
where they can't crash. Yeah, I think you should be more and more comfortable at just again, like I said, 100 yards at a time. So when you get in at 16, it's not a freak out.
That's one of the things I meant to do this week. My daughter's 13, and I meant to have her just drive the car and learn how to drive a car. But I
wouldn't say I really learned how to drive till I was like almost 18.
that's wild.
I was when I got my license when I was like 17 and a half.
You didn't get it right at 17?
So for ours, like I think you're a little older. Like when I turned like 15, 16, they made the rule that it had to be 6 months from when you got your permit.
Yes, okay.
That's stupid.
And it kind of just for me, I just didn't.
That's why I remember that. There was rumors they were going to do it with us. I went out and rushed and got my permit.
I got my driver's license on my 15th birthday.
Jesus Christ.
Drove. I was in 9th grade. I drove to school that day.
I remember we had one kid who
was the driving
was
age?
older.
15. Back then.
Yeah, some
It's
places
16
it
now.
is, yeah.
But it was 15 back
We had one kid who was old for our grade, and he turned it early, and he tried to get his driving test like a month after his permit, and he failed it. We all were so pissed at him. He was like our ticket advocate.
Oh, he would have been the hero.
He would have been the hero, and he just failed. Just failed.
Why?
the test.
What? That's crazy.
How do you fail?
Why is it so
Dog
young
shit
in the
driver?
South at 16? Just safer roads or like back?
It's just first of all, most kids in the South are driving before 16, or at least most kids in Mississippi. Don't let me speak for the whole South. Like, I know kids are driving way earlier, just getting around farms, getting around little small properties, getting around everything. So it's not really a big deal to get your license down there, to me. Like I said, I got it when I was my 15th birthday, April 13th, 1994. I was listening to the Crash Test Dummies.
I wasn't even born.
Okay.
I was 7.
Not a big deal. No. Just because I have more life experience than both of you and better looking.
More life
94?
experience.
Huh?
94?
94 was a great year.
Tony Gwynn hit 394 that year.
Knicks were in the finals.
Yeah, they blew a 3-2 lead.
Mm-hmm.
Devastating.
John Starks went 3 of 19, 3 of 21, something like
3
that.
of 18.
Motherfucker.
I think it was the fat stat line. You
Oh.
read the book yet?
OJ allegedly killed somebody.
90s Garden book? Blood.
No, I haven't. Blood in the Garden. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I'm aware of it. I just haven't read it yet.
Good.
I'm about 6 sports books behind. I need to read 1996. I need to read.
It was 1996.
There's a book called 1996, just detailing 1996 as the last great sports year or the greatest sports year.
The greatest sports year?
Yeah.
What made it so great?
Well, it had an Olympics. It had
Yankees.
yeah. Hold on now.
The first one.
The
first
Kentucky
Super Bowl was
Wildcats. What did make '96 so great? I'm missing.
No,
The Bulls.
96 was.
I think you
was
had
that
Bulls,
Kentucky?
you had Yankees.
Yes, you had the
Yeah,
'72.
96 was Kentucky over Syracuse.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do know that.
the 72 and 10 Bulls. You had that. You had the Yankees returning to
When
power.
they're like first of many.
'96, I think.
That's a stretch, man. You, the 90s guy, have yet to bring up 96. That's tough that this is a book.
I actually like '94 better than '96. But '96, Mississippi State was in the Final Four, so that's a big thing for me.
Who was the fourth team in that Final Four?
UMass.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Kentucky, UMass, Syracuse, and Mississippi State.
so there was only 3 then, by the record.
Canby?
That's true. Camby and Edgar Padilla, Carmelo Travieso. I think Lou Rowe had graduated earlier. That UMass team was, which, death and destruction follows all John Calipari teams, but they were fun in the moment. And that Kentucky team was absurd. Had 2 starting fives, Ron Mercer and
Is that like
Antoine Walker.
Small Mashburn on that team?
No, not '96. He was already gone. But it was Tony Delk,
Didn't they have like a white guy who was really good too?
Jeff Shepard.
Yep.
Jeff Shepard was really good. All right, y'all want to get to picks? That was fun.
Tony Delk was an all-time fucking video game character.
Tony Delk is forgotten for how good he was in college because he was just okay in the pros.
Live 98. I played with Tony Delk.
Tony Delk was incredible. First of all, Tony Delk is 6'3" and has the arms of a 7'5" man. Tony Delk could scratch his ankles standing still, and it was just beautiful. He had a beautiful jump shot.
Brandon, you would have liked. We did a tier episode on Friday. I think you would have liked it.
About what?
We tiered
Guys with moments
tiered
or like
one-hit
one
wonders.
season, like one-hit wonders.
Oh, I love it. I would have loved that. Yes.
we did an ultimate, iconic, memorable.
Icky Woods?
Pull it up right now. Yeah, Icky Woods is on there.
Icky Woods. He was. I think we put him as memorable. Our 3 ultimates were Buster Douglas,
Yep.
Tyree,
And there was fight over.
and then we had a fight.
Almonte
Almonte.
or-
Tyree, that was only one play though.
But I'm saying, but that's an iconic moment.
Oh, Peyton Hillis, yeah.
Listen, then Almonte had some discussion.
You
We each were allowed to use one ultimate.
let Almonte get on there? I mean, he
He is
cheated.
an
he wanted
all-time ultimate one-hit.
Rico was.
Yeah.
We fought for him to be up there.
He's an all-time ultimate one-hit. He was captivated in the moment. The everything around it. That's an all-time like.
Well, let me ask you
Guy
a
did
question.
nothing before and nothing after. That is an all-time
I
one-hit
think
wonder.
I see somebody on the iconic. This should be on the ultimate. I think Jimmer was an all-time moment. Like Jimmer's year was just. I never thought I would stop what I was doing to watch San Diego State BYU.
Yeah.
But it was appointment viewing that year, and that was because of Jimmer.
Then I said literally like how kids would.
Who's that boxer beside Chris Jenkins?
Oh, Spinks.
Who's
Right?
Is that Morikawa?
No.
Who is that?
Y.E.
no,
Yang.
He
So we also had the best brain, like of the.
Yeah, Jeff doing it
yeah,
obviously
Jeff
helped
doing
a
it.
lot.
Jeff was
Yeah.
fucking
Remember
the best.
the call when he made the putt to win? He goes YES or YES.
Yes. Oh man. All right, let's do picks. I could look at that. I'll probably bring that up tomorrow and dive back into it.
I'll go.
Rico, you can lead us off.
All right, I'm going to take the 76ers Raptors over. Shout out Mark for game 1. I did this last year in the NBA playoffs. Ride the overs until they fuck you. I think this might be just an over series.
There's been all right, fair,
On this series.
no fair. A lot of the other ones have been going under, but obviously no, that one's
This
smashed.
series might be the over.
Absolutely
I'll take the
smashed.
over and just keep riding this. Diamondbacks money line, Rockies money line, and on the Padres money line tonight. I had to take the 2 dogs. I'm going to roll with the Padres. Hot, like them.
I have been clear on what my NBA success has been based on this year. It hasn't been my brain. It's just following the lines and the money. That line, that total for Sixers Raptors is screaming downward. It is racing to the bottom. I got it at 217 at 10 o'clock this morning. At noon, it was at 215. So if you could be right. I'm just saying, based on the system that I follow, yeah, it's an underplay.
Fair enough.
Sixers Raptors under 217. It's 215.
Here's the other way I look at it, too, right? You win game 1, lose game 2. I walk out of it no prop. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
I'm okay with.
Even Steven. I like Jazz minus 5.5. That one's actually getting away from me a little bit. Nuggets +7, and then why not? Let's get a little freaky. Nuggets money line to beat the Warriors tonight. That's a sprinkle, but there you go. So Sixers, Raptors under 217.5. Jazz to cover the number. Nuggets +7, and Nuggets to outright win the game. Big F.
I tried to tweet earlier. I'm on the Red Sox right now. Who they're trying to make a little run right now. But I love the Cubs stay money line at home with Kendricks on the mound. And I'm taking a shot at the Braves just because I think they're just a very talented team. Anytime they're catching +175 like that, I'll take a shot at them.
And the Dodgers, though.
No, I agree with you. Trust me. I mean, there's a reason they're Dodgers are -200. They're the fucking best team in the league. But +175, it's one game.
Is that Thunder?
Might have been.
Possibly.
Nobody else concerned that what you heard? I mean, we're deep in this building. It
No.
seemed like
We're safe in here.
it was a good clap of thunder.
We're safe in here. Worst thing you could do is go outside.
Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so we're good in here. Where you're the tallest with lightning. Does that ever occur to you?
It has many times. Yeah, I don't like lightning. I scare away from lightning very, very quickly. I'm never going to be in much danger of getting hit.
Yeah, I just don't go outside.
I think that's a good rule in life. Why is Stephen Shea? I don't like the way he's walking around.
I think he just told you to suck it.
He just cross shot me. Yeah, which is what he does.
He somehow did it with both his hands full too.
It's not like I'm wearing HBK socks though. Some awesome HBK socks. This was fun. Thank you for welcoming me back, boys. But I'm here for the duration now. Got no plans to go anywhere. So, yeah, maybe Marty will be back tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Mence, what the fuck ever. And that was fun. The Yak is up next.